Hello. Well, it's Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know what you're thinking. Where's Bianca? Who's going to do Pilates, Jenny? We've never seen you do Pilates. Do you even know how to do Pilates? Hi! It's just me. I was just saying that many of you probably think I don't even know how to do Pilates, but I do. And I'm going to show you tonight. Pause due to poor connection. Oh no, why is it doing that? Okay, we're back. Hope that doesn't continue. All right. I am going to get started in 2 minutes. And I'm going to do Pilates tonight. We said we were doing Wednesdays in May, and they sent the email blast. So everyone knows, and everyone's waiting to tune in. I know it. Excuse me. But Bianca couldn't make it tonight, after all. So I'm trying a new thing. I'm going to try to do this on my own. Bianca will be back, don't worry. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to test out whether or not it works with just me so that we can maybe have some other opportunities to do some more things in the future online. So, 1 more minute and then I'll get started. Let's see. It's been a great week. It's finally starting to warm up here in New York. I've had a lot of changes going on the last couple weeks, so I'm sorry I've been kind of silent and off the grid, but it's just a good reminder that we need some time off. We have to take care of ourselves always first and foremost, and then we can come back recharged and re-energized. I'm ready to do that today. All right, I'm going to come over to the mat. We're going to do mostly beginner today, but I am going to throw in a couple intermediate exercises. Nothing too crazy, and I'll give all of you an option for easier modifications for all of the intermediate exercises that I toss in there, okay? So, go ahead and lay down flat on your mat. Bring your feet flat on the floor. And have your legs inner hip distance apart. And then let's first just go into a pelvic tilt. So I'm going to inhale here and fill my abdominals up with air. On my exhale, I'm going to corset my abdominals and tuck my pelvis towards my nose, getting my low back imprinted on the mat. Inhale, release that. Exhale, and come back to that pelvic tuck. 2 more times. Inhale, release. Let that tailbone really get heavy. Exhale to come back. And 1 more. Inhale to release. And exhale, imprint the low back. Now I'm going to find the spot where I'm neither arching like this or tucking too much, but I'm right at neutral spine. So I have enough space behind my low back for a big blueberry. My tailbone is very, very heavy. Arms come up to the ceiling. 1 leg comes up to tabletop, the other leg comes up to meet it, and then I'm going to lower 1 leg down and exhale to bring it back up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. This is our marching. Every time I lift it back up, I'm squeezing my inner thighs in the middle. And I'm also keeping that low arch in my back, which can be super challenging here, but my tailbone is really heavy on the mat. So I'm not here curling up. See how my butt just peeled off the mat? That's super easy. There's nothing happening in my abs, really. Once I go here, whoo, there they kick in. Inhale. 2 more times on each side. Last one. Come back. Hold there. Lower the feet down. Let's go for our rib cage breath. So bring your hands onto your ribs. And put your fingertips so they touch. On your inhale, I want your ribs to separate your hands with the air. What just happened? Oh no, I have an error. Live video ended. I wonder why. Let's try that again. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna get right back into it. Why would Instagram cut us off like that? I don't know. Okay, rib cage breathing, tailbone down, hands on your ribs. On your inhale, your air is going to separate your ribs from each other. So you should feel the hands come apart, and on the exhale, feel them come back together. They might even overlap. Inhale. Breathe the ribs east to west. Exhale. Bring them back together. And one more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. And bring the ribs all the way back together. Now keep the ribs shut. Float the arms up by the ears. With the ribs shut, inhale your arms back. And then exhale the arms all the way forward. Inhale the arms back. Exhale the arms all the way forward. So notice, I don't bring my arms back and pop my chest. I sink my ribs down into the mat. I leave my low ribs behind me on the mat. And then I move my arms from there. My abdominals are consistently gathering the whole time. One more time back. And then as I press my arms forward, I go deeper to scoop into the abs and curl up to a Pilates curl. And lower back down, shoulders stay down my back, curl up again, and roll down. 2 more times, reach your fingertips forward, use your abs to peel you up, roll down. Last one, inhale here, exhale, curl up. Take one leg to tabletop, the other leg to tabletop, send your legs to a high 45, and start pumping your arms up and down for your 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I keep going just like this for 8 more breaths. All the while trying to curl up deeper into my abdominals. And I pump really fast. On every exhale, I'm trying to scoop out my abs more. 4 more breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Bend your knees. Lower your head. Take a breath. I've never counted the 100 for myself, but now I have. It's really challenging to do while you're contracting those abs and using your breath. Okay, we set up for a roll up right afterwards. Legs go long on the mat. Arms straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to keep my legs strong and long. Squeeze my legs together. Press my heels down and peel up one bone at a time. When I dive forward, I'm making a capital C shape with my spine. And then I exhale and slowly, with my shoulders away from my ears, roll back down to the mat. 2 more times slowly. Just like that. Peeling up. Ribs stay high away from the thighs. Shoulders stay away from the ears. And then I melt all the way down. 1 more time, super slowly. Dive forward, reach. Abdominals stay high. Exhale and tuck and roll all the way down. Let's move it more quickly for 3. Inhale up, reach forward. Exhale down. Keep those feet flexed. 2 more up and reach. Exhale down. Last one up. Peeling, trying not to use momentum. I'm going to do 1 more because I felt like my last one was very momentum heavy. So I'm going to really engage the abs and peel all the way up. And then lower, super slowly with control. Arms come down by the sides. Right leg comes into the chest, straight up to the ceiling. Left leg is flexed and hugging the midline as if the right leg is still there. Turn the leg out slightly at the top. Draw a half circle across the body and lift it back up. You can bring your hands to your hips to really focus on stability in the hips. I want your inner thigh to reach across your body as far as it can go without moving that right anchored hip down, around, and up. It cut me off again. Why? This is so silly. What's happening? Huh. Okay, we'll try again. Your video couldn't be shared. Let's try one more time. Go live. Okay, here we go. We keep going. You're on that single leg circle. So, hands on the hips. Knees into the, right knee into the chest and straight up. I was just saying you want to cross your leg across your body so far, but keep your hip down and lift it up. Reverse, straight down, across, and lift for 3. Down, across, and lift for 2. Down, across, and lift for 1. Bend your knee in, send it long, and switch legs. The left leg goes high. Turn out slightly from the hip joint. Across, down, around, and up. Inhale across, down, half. Exhale to lift. Last 2. Keep that right foot flexed. And then reverse. Down, across, and up. Inhale, cross, and lift. 2 more. 1 more. Down, across, and up. Bend the knee. Take a stretch. Send both legs long. Arms straight to the ceiling. I'm going to roll all the way up to set up for rolling like a ball. Sit up tall. Scoot my butt forward towards my heels. Wrap my hands around my legs. Find a round spine first. See, that was like not the best way to do it. So I'm here, I round. Then I lift the feet. So I'm behind my sit bones. My abs are already engaged. I'm going to tuck my pelvis to rock myself back just to the tips of my shoulder blades. Stop myself there with my abs and roll right back up, just like a ball. So I inhale, tuck, go back. Exhale, keep tucking, come up. Try to keep tucking. I never take that roundness out of my spine because that would be cheating. I have to press my hands into my shins into my hands, and keep my heels into my butt. 2 more times. 1 more. Come all the way up. Put the feet down, melt the spine down. We set up for our ab series. So, knees come into the chest. Make sure your tailbone's nice and heavy so we're not tucking our pelvis up off the mat. We're leaving it nice and low right there. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Both hands on the right knee. Outside hand on the right ankle. Left leg long. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. We have 8 and 8. 7. See if you can curl up higher. 6. 5. Keeping the legs inside the Pilates box. 3. 2. And 1. Both knees in. Lower your head. Take a breath. Okay. We curl up. We go for double leg stretch. My shoulder blades are on the mat. Legs and arms long. Exhale. Circle my arms. Pull my knees in. Inhale. Everything away from each other. Exhale. Circle everything back in towards each other. Trying to keep your legs parallel for this one here. 2 more. Out. And in. Gather from the abdominals. Last one long. Gather from the abs to come in. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Rock your hips side to side. Your neck side to side. And we set up for our scissor. So again, tailbone down. Check in with yourself. If it started to creep up, really let it go. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up from the abdominals. Both legs go high. Hands come behind the right thigh, calf, or ankle. I go to my calf. Pulse, pulse, and switch. My hamstrings are so tight, you guys. If yours are too, you could be here, behind the thigh, trying to lengthen out the back of the knee with every pulse, pulse. The pulse, pulse is not just coming from your arms. It's coming from your low abdominals. 1 more time on each side. Last one. Bend your knees. Lower your head and breathe. Good. I just lowered my feet down. I'm going to give my legs a little windshield wiper for a moment before I set up for my double leg stretch. Hands behind the head. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Bend your knees. Let's do that again. It's hard when you're doing it. Knees come in. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Both legs go high. Lower them halfway down. Exhale, lift them all the way up. Inhale to lower. Halfway, exhale to lift. Now let's go down fast. 1 and up for 3, 2, 1. Down quick. 1, Up for 3, 2, 1. One more time. Down fast. Up for 3, 2, 1. Now we reverse. Slowly down. Up on 1. Down slow. Up on 1. One more time. Slowly down. I corset my abdominals and I lift. Bend my knees. Lower my head. Take a breath. If you watched before, you know that's my least favorite exercise. So I did it. Hooray. Setting up for crisscross. Both legs come into your chest. Curl your head, neck, shoulders up. One leg long. Twist your torso to the opposite knee and switch. So I'm really trying to flatten out my torso to each side I'm facing. My goal is armpit to knee, not elbow to knee. Brushing the inner thighs past each other. Twist, curling up off my shoulder blades if I can. I have 3 and 2 and 1. I come to center. I lower down and I take a breath. That's my crisscross. Okay. That was our ab series. Amazing. Arms come up to the ceiling. We're going to roll up to sit. Legs go long. Flex your heels. Roll up with control. And we set up for our spine stretch forward. So legs are mat distance apart. Arms straight out in front of the shoulders. I'm going to press into an imaginary wall with my hands. Lift my spine up an imaginary back wall and reach forward. Pulling my belly and my rib cage back into my body, keeping my shoulders away from my ears, rebuilding the spine up nice and tall. It's a seated Pilates curl. So I come off my wall, imaginary wall behind me, to a Pilates curl. And I roll up. And the whole time I'm thinking up and over like a candy cane. I come right back all the way up. Let's go into open leg rocker here today. So this is an intermediate exercise. Your modification is to literally just stay here. Pelvis tucked, sitting behind your sits bones, both legs bent, hands behind the thighs. You can stay here. You can rock here if you're able to. So hands press into the thighs press into the hands. Keep this shape. Rock forward and back, just like you're rolling like a ball. But now your legs are longer. That means your lever is more, so you have more to control with those abs. And if it's available to you, you take the hands to the ankles, lengthen the legs long, press into the back of the ankles to come up, and you can sit tall at the top here, but keep your pelvis tucked. So you're not coming onto the sits bones. You're keeping the low back rounded, if at all possible. Zip the legs together, place the legs down, keep the knees bent, and roll down to the mat. Legs go long, hands come by your side for some tick-tock first, into some corkscrew. Bend your knees into your chest, send the legs straight up to the ceiling, Pilates stance your feet. We're gonna move our legs all the way to one side and back to center, and the other side and back to center. This is tick-tock. It's a prep for our corkscrew. I can lift my hips, but I may not lift my ribs. So I'm using the back of my body a lot, and I'm trying to keep my heels completely together. I'm not letting my right heel go in front of or behind my left heel as we go to the right or left. Come back to center, bend your knees in, take a breath. Okay, we lost our Instagram feed, so I don't know what to do. This will be on YouTube. People can see it there. Like straight up to the ceiling. Right, down and around to the left and center. Left, down and around to the right and center. All rules apply from earlier. If you want to stay with that tick-tock, you may. Otherwise, one more corkscrew to the left, to the right, back to center. Bend your knees. Lower your feet. Hands come up to the ceiling, and we roll all the way up to sit. With control. Good. Now we set up for our saw. So legs go long again, mat distance apart, arms open wide, they're in your periphery. Our goal in saw is sitting up super, super tall. So I like to bend my knees a little bit, twist my torso, dive forward. So off my pinky toe, my pinky finger, flip my back palm, gaze at it, find a rounder spine, rebuild the spine, twist, lift up and over to dive and reach. and come back to tall in my rotation. And then I can speed it up a little bit. So I lift and twist and dive, lift and twist and dive. Otherwise, you stay super slow at home, going at your own pace here, moving with your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Come up, twist, center, and hold. Zip your legs together. Arms go long in front of you, and you're going to roll all the way down to the mat. Let's flip on over to our belly, and we'll set up for our swan. So, come onto your abdominals. Oh, there's Velcro at the end of my mat. That's silly. Okay. Hands underneath your shoulders, forehead flat on the mat. It's all about length, not height here with swan. When we go into our swan, I want you to think about keeping your low ribs on the mat today, lifting everything up above it long. So forehead on the mat. Press your pubic bone and your hip bones down, but pull your belly button up and try not to clench your butt. So keep the butt relaxed, pubic bone down, belly button in. Keep the low ribs on the mat, lift everything else above it off, and lengthen that spine. Gaze stays down at the mat. Grow longer as you lower down. Try to keep that connection with the pubic bone and the two hip bones the whole time. Press down, peel up, and lengthen. And lower. One more time. Pubic bone and hip bones down, belly button up, chest lifts. And I lengthen, I lower. I'm going to try without my hands. I'm going to hover my hands by my sides and peel up. And see how much extension I can get in my mid-thoracic at my bra line. And then lengthen and lower all the way down. Prop myself on my forearms. Make two fists. Bring them together like I'm wearing rings and they're touching. Legs are together behind me. My belly is lifted. So do you see the difference? I'm not sure if you can, but that's down, that's up. And I kick, kick, switch, kick, kick, switch. The whole time pressing into my elbows to lift my chest, lifting my abdominals to kick, kick, switch. Trying not to have much rocking back and forth here. 2 more times. 1 more time on each side. Lower the feet. Lower the cheek on the mat. Take the hands, place them behind the back. This is an intermediate exercise. So if you want to stay with that single leg kick, you can. Otherwise, we're going to go to double leg kick. So hands are all the way up my back. My elbows are relaxed. I'm stretching out my shoulders here. My belly button lifts. And I kick with my both feet 3 times. Kick, kick, kick. My feet go down. I lengthen my arms over my butt. I lift my chest. I lift the mat. I switch sides. Arms come up. Kick, kick, kick. Feet down. Legs, arms long. Chest up. Lower. Switch. Kick, kick, kick. Feet down. Arms long. Chest up. Lower. Switch. Keep going like that. Abdominals stay engaged. I like to move slowly through this one to get every single point. Trying to eliminate rocking in my hips forward and back. And then I pause. Nice. Let's do some swimming. So arms long, legs long behind you. Forehead starts on the mat. Everything hovers up. Chest, arms, feet, and I swim, and I swim, and I swim, and I swim. 4, 10, 9. I'm trying to keep my torso still. 7, 6. By pulling my abdominals up for 3 and 2 and 1. I lower everything down. I prop myself back into a child's pose. I stretch and I breathe. Ah. And I'm going to try to get my tailbone to my heels and breathe into my pelvic floor here, expanding my back as I do. And then come all the way up to sit. Amazing. That was all of our extension work for today. Let's come on to our side for our side kick series. We're moving and grooving through this. Okay, so I lay along the back edge of the mat, I like to prop my bottom hand up under my head. My top hand can be here, or for a challenge here. I'm going to take both feet and move them forward on the mat. Flex my heels. Make sure my hips and shoulders are stacked. Lift my top foot up. Bring it forward, kick, kick. And point, sweep back once. Front twice. Back once. My number one goal here is stability in my hips. So I can't have a very big range of motion. Otherwise, I start going here, and my hips are wobble, wobble, and I'm not watching that rack. So I kick, kick, and I reach. Kick, kick, even that was a little much. And I reach. One more time, kick, kick, and I reach. I squeeze where my booty and my thigh meet. I lower my leg down. I flex the heel. I lift it up. I point. I lower it down. And the whole time, I'm still trying to keep my top hip dropping away from my shoulder. So again, resisting the urge to bring it in and down, keeping it long away from my shoulder as I lift and lower. Let's reverse. Point, lift, flex, lower. My abdominals are pulling in. I'm not letting them hang out. They're engaged. That's it. One more. Lower the leg down. Lift the leg up and draw a circle here with a flexed heel. Drawing a circle on an imaginary wall right in front of my heel. Keeping my hips still and my abs engaged. Point. Reverse. Keeping this hip long away from my shoulder. 2 and 1. I'm going to lower this top knee down on the floor in front of me, but try to keep this hip back. You know what? I'm going to prop my foot up because it helps me keep my hip in alignment. So you can do that at home too unless you're not able to. Lift that bottom leg up. You can point or flex. I'm going to flex. And I'm going to raise my inner thigh up to the ceiling for 4 more. 2 and 1. And then I'm going to draw a big old circle with this bottom leg. 2. With my foot flexed, trying to keep my hips still. Point and reverse. I'm really focusing on the lift in that inner thigh. 3, 2, 1. My leg comes down. My top leg stacks. I'm going to I'm going to check in on my alignment first, right? So maybe I popped out of alignment. I want to make sure I'm still aligned. My feet are right at the front edge of that mat. Hip away, abdominals engaged. I'm going to lift my top leg up, and I'm going to draw a bicycle wheel here, keeping my top hip still as much as I possibly can. I really want this to be my booty, not just screaming in my hip. So I have to find that control. 2 more. And then reverse. Straight down, back, forward, knee to chest, and back. I feel like this is pretty unstable here today, but every day is a little bit different. Let me see if I can engage my core more and make it work. There we go. Last one. Lower the leg down. Pilates stance the feet, lift both legs up, and beat the inner thighs together. 8, 7, 6. My hands are lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything comes down. I lift my top leg up to hip height. I flex the foot. I rotate the toes up and parallel. From the hip, I wrap the inner thigh to open and then close. 3 more. I wrap and close. Your gaze should be straight ahead. I keep looking down at my feet a little bit. That's not ideal. Last one. Lower the leg down. Come on to your back. We're going to stretch out. I was working my right leg, so my right leg goes over my left leg. My left leg can hug into my chest, and I can get a stretch through that glute on the right side. Okay, lower the leg down, uncross, switch to the other side. So, setting yourself up the same way along the back edge. Head propped up on the arm. One long straight line between my hips and my shoulders. Hands behind my head, both feet forward slightly for that kickstand shape. Hips still stacked to the ceiling. So see, this is like a tiny adjustment, but it has to be here. Lift that top leg up, sweep it forward, and sweep it back. Flex to kick, point to reach. Trying to keep, you try to get this movement as big as possible while stabilizing that hip. This side feels better for me. That's possible for all of you at home, that you have one side that has a little better mobility today or always. Now, one more. Abs are engaged. Bring the leg on top of the other leg. Flex up, point down. Flex up, point down. Flex and point. That's it. Keep reaching that hip away from that top shoulder. Keep pulling the belly in. If I pull my belly in and lengthen my hip down enough, I can start to feel a pocket of air underneath my low side body. That's ideal. Lift, flex. Point up, flex down. So we switched it. I'm talking about like right here, I can feel a lift, and that's a challenge. But if I can achieve that, that's super cool. It means both sides of my abdominals are working a lot. Last one, lower the leg down. Good. We're going to lift that top leg up, flex the foot, and draw your circle here, trying to keep the hip very, very, very still. So in a lot of these movements, you're going to find that speed doesn't necessarily help you. It's not helping me today. Point and reverse, so slow it down. Make it precise. Make it count. 3 more. And 2. 1. Lower that top leg. Bend the leg. Place it flat on the mat in front of you. Keep those abdominals engaged. Lift that inner thigh with a flex foot to the ceiling. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw your circle here on this side. And then point and reverse. 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down. Restack the top leg. Restack the hip. Pull the belly in. Make sure your alignment is correct. And then lift the top leg up and go for your bicycle ride. And keep that top hip dropped away from the ear. Nothing changes there. You can point and flex the toe, just like you did in your forward and back. When the leg goes forward, it's flexed. When it goes back, it points, and then we reverse back. Flex, in, back. Flex, in, point, back. Flex, in. Last one. It's so much easier on this side for me today. I can't even explain it. So you might experience that too. It's normal. Point both toes. Lift the top leg. Lift the bottom leg to meet it. Beat the inner thighs. This one's harder here today. Pull the abs in. 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. That was terrible. I'm not even going to lie. That last one needs work. Okay. Oh, we had our internal-external rotation. So here, lift that top leg up. Inner thigh rotates. Inner thigh comes parallel. Up and down. Gaze is straight ahead. Jaw is relaxed. Face is relaxed. 3 more. And 2. I'm feeling this under my booty on the back side too. Lower it down. Good. Come on to your back. Cross the left leg over right. If that's the leg you were working, otherwise you can do the other way. And take this figure 4 stretch. Okay, uncross the legs. Arms long by your side. We're going to go into our teasers. Hug your knees into your chest. Arms straight up to the ceiling. Send your legs to a high 45. And then use your roll up to come up until you're hovering right behind your sits bones, reaching for your toes. Chest is tall and proud. Pelvis is tucked. Legs are long. Roll all the way down. When your shoulders touch, bend your knees. So a modification here for your teaser would be tabletop with the legs. Come up, pelvis tucked, tabletop, tall chest. 3, 2, 1. That's a little easier to hold that shape. An advancement would be legs long on the mat, arms up to the ceiling, maybe closer towards your face. Inhale down. Exhale, lift up in one piece. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Come down in one piece. Heels and shoulders touch together. Good. Okay, we're going to do 3 teasers back to back. I'm going to do a teaser 1. So knees into my chest, legs long, curl up. Keep my legs straight, roll down. Curl up. Keep my legs straight, roll down. Curl up. Keep my legs straight, roll down. Once I'm down, bend my knees. Here we go. 3 teasers. Inhale the legs long. Exhale to roll up and reach for your toes. Inhale to lower down. Once your shoulders touch, exhale, roll back up. Inhale down. One more time. Exhale to come up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Roll down. And then bend your knees in. Ha! That's your teaser today. Great. Let's cross our legs. Come up to sit. And let's do some seal. So heels together, toes apart. Hands in a prayer position. Dive between your legs. Grab around the ankles. And you sit up with a round back, just like rolling like a ball. But your hand position is different. You're stretching your wrist. Click your heels together. Click, click. Rock back. Click, click in the air. Come back up. Click, click. Come back. Click, click. Come back up. So it's just like rolling like a ball. You're negotiating that balance and that movement with your pelvis and your abs. And you're finding some levity to click, click at both ends. Let's click, click, click. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower my feet down. Crisscross my legs. Come onto all fours. I'm going to come into a serratus push-up. So both elbows on the mat. One fist with one hand. Wrap the other hand around it. One leg long back. The other leg long to meet it. I'm in a plank position on my forearms. Lower my chest to the ground. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. Press up and away. Lower the whole body down. Press up and away. 4 more. Down. And up. Squeeze the shoulder blades to go down. And up. 2 more. Inhale down. Exhale. Use those abs to stay tight in one long straight line. Lower both knees down. Come into a child's pose. Breathe. Good. And then come back up to sit. Come up to stand. We're going to set up for one solid front support. Heels together, toes apart. I'm so sweaty. Arms up to the ceiling. Shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your chin. Peel off the imaginary wall. Find your hands on the mat. Walk your hands out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're in a high plank position. Heels together, toes apart. Pressing your hands into the floor, away from the floor, to lift your chest and your abdominals. All 10 fingers equally touching the mat. Energy out your heels, energy at the top of your head. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pike your hips up. Open your heels. Find a down dog. I'm going to walk my hands back for that a little bit and bend my knees. It's not perfect. I don't teach yoga. But this feels like a nice stretch in my shoulders. And then I'm going to walk my hands back to my feet. I hang over my feet. Relaxing my neck, relaxing my shoulders. Take 2 big deep breaths here. 1 more. And then on the exhale, I'll rebuild the spine up to tall. Bring my arms up over my head. Drop my shoulders away from my ears. Shut my ribs. And then press the arms wide to the side as I grow half an inch taller. And I'm all done for the day. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was wild. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. This has been your first solo Jenny Watch That Rock class. I don't know if it'll ever happen again. We'll see. Leave some comments, feedback. Thank you so much. Bianca and I will be back next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you then. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye. I have to go recover.